Project execution, running a project, basically 30 hours. Course module 6, there's 6 there. Then Agile project management is 26. And then you have your course modules, which is 4. And when I say hours, meaning that the total hours they estimate is going to take you to complete that. You may complete it faster if you really just, dedicate a lot of time. And then they end it off with their capstone, which is applying project management in the real world. And that's 48 hours. And it is 4 course modules. So I wanted to give you the overview, the high level overview of what to expect if you have either A, thinking about going to get your Google Project Management certification or certificate, however you would like to say it, or B, you're already in it and you're about to complete it, and you're probably saying, ED, you telling me something I already know. I know, but I have to set the foundational framework before we jump in and answer the tough questions. All right, now your path to the certification of a CAPM. Eligibility requirements: secondary degree such as a high school diploma or GED or global equivalent. You need at least 23 hours of project management education before the exam. Now let me park here real quick. Because you've completed and you received a certificate for your Google Project Management certification, you would not be required to take the 23 hours because it is because I think you get 100 hours by going through the course. So, but fact check me on that just to make sure. So if anybody wants to fact check me on that, let me know. But I seen that, and I'll go into that in a moment. So testing information, there's no experience required except for, and when I say no experience, I am talking about actually leading a project. So you don't have to, you could have never led a project and sit for your CAPM. There's 150 questions, 180 minutes to complete the exam. Now, let's talk about pricing. Member price, $225, non-member price, $300. If you've ever listened to any of my episodes, what I always recommend is getting that PMI membership, which is $159 every year. So once a year, you pay $159. It is definitely worth it, especially if you're thinking about taking a CAPM, then maybe taking your PMP, and then your ACE. If you're thinking about taking different certifications, because you can see it's a $75 difference between member price and non-member price. Plus, you also get other things within there, on-demand learning. So PMI really looks out for you when it comes to that. All right, now let's say you want to go from you got your Google certification. I'll say it right. Google Project Management Certificate, and you want to go after your PMP certification. Well, there's 3 sets of requirements, A, B, and C. So set A is high school diploma or secondary degree, 60 months or basically 5 years of leading and managing. Again, I'll say that again, of leading and managing projects within the past 8 years. And you will be required for 35 hours of project management education training or CAPM certification. You kind of see where I'm going with this. Maybe you don't yet, but you'll see it. Set B requirements: bachelor degree based, and then 3 years of experience leading or managing projects within the past 8 years. Same thing applies here: 35 hours of project management education or training or CAPM certification. And then set C requirements: bachelor degree from a GAC accredited program, basically a globally accredited program, and 24 months, basically 2 years, leading and managing projects within the past 8 years, and 35 hours, same thing that applies to this. Now, again, some of that coursework can be pre-approved, and this is where the caveat kind of comes in with regards to the Google Project Management certificate. All right, so let's break down the testing and pricing information for the PMP. Again, you're required 3 to 5 years, and some even longer than that, based on what we just talked about earlier. There's 180 questions, 230 minutes to complete the exam. Now, this is the catcher. Pricing: if you are a member, $425.